Good evening. I'm James Satterley. Welcome to Sports Monday. It was billed as a monster showdown out of San Pedro, where Saturday night the defending champion San Pedro Tiger Sharks hosted undefeated Cayo Western Ballers of San Ignacio in a bid for sweet revenge as the semi-pro season turns. The Islanders get off to a fast start paced by the American import James Milton, who goes lefty off the glass for 2, and he would be the only player at the ball game to post a 2 doubles at 16 points, 10 rebounds. Ashton Edwards, who sinks this long deuce, also gives his team needed momentum as the host team runs to a 16-12 lead at the end of the first quarter. The table turns in second quarter as the league's leading scorer comes alive. Richard Troyer of Cayo pops the baseline jumper and would miss the 2 doubles with his game high of 33 points to go along with 9 rebounds. Akeem Waters continues his good play for the West, losing the defense right here to come up with the easy bucket off the glass for 2 of his 17 game points. At the half, the San Ignacio team has wrested the lead in a 33-31 showing. In the third, Richard Troyer continues his torrid pace, striking for 3 as Cayo Western Ballers initiates the separation. Troyer would go 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. However, the longest triple of the night comes from Ashton Edwards with this heave. Call him Mr. Dunk because there's no stopping Andrew Ortiz when he gets the pill down low. Nevertheless, the man of the match is Roger Troyer, who earns 3 the hard way on this press. Yes, Mr. Troyer, the bank is open, and he would go 9 for 15 from the field and 3 for 4 from 3-point range. I guess we'll have to call Akeem Waters Mr. also as he slams it in heavy traffic, and after 3, the separation completed by the Cayo Western Ballers is 10 points. Give it up for Mr. Darwin Puppy Leslie. In the fourth quarter, he puts the Tiger Sharks on his back, and on this trip, he takes on the entire Ballers defense for 3 the hard way. He then deals to Douglas Valley, and he goes glass and would tally 11 points and 5 rebounds. We're tied at 67 apiece in the final minutes of regulation play. Troyer gets 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. Leslie gets his shot to win it outright for the Tiger Sharks. He hits the first, misses the second. We're tied at 68 apiece, so we go into overtime. In overtime play, the Tiger Sharks opted for the possession game and did the damage from the free throw line as this strategy worked to perfection. This penetration by Ashton Edwards seals the deal as he gets the triple. It's a sweet revenge for the San Pedro Tiger Sharks, the defending champion, who records the 79-75 big win in overtime. Cayo's clean sheet is now a thing of the past.
You know, my coaching staff just make I know that I need to get more aggressive, you know, and I can't wait for someone else to get aggressive. I got to be the aggressive person on this team. So I have to try be aggressive in 4 quarters. Well, what's next is that, you know, Tiger Sharks just got to find what's working for us, you know, and we're about to find out what's working for us. So, you know, it's a 7-8 game, so certain players are starting to get in condition, certain players, you know, so I feel like I'm feeling a little bit better, so I'm going to be more aggressive.
I have never been a part of officiating this horrendous and one-sided. The game was changed, and I want to say it to the national TV audience because people in Belize need to understand that this needs to change. Referees, whether incompetent or outright biased, I don't accuse anybody of being biased, but I say they are terribly incompetent if that's the case. And they need to do just like the teams do. They need to get in the film room during the week. They need to watch this game, break it down, see what calls they missed, see what calls they made right, and better themselves, because this is not good for basketball in Belize.
In other action around the league, Belize City No Limit also got the payback, edging Belize Yellow Pages 59-56 on a 38-point performance from Greg Rodon. The Griga Warriors ran over the OW Running Rebels 70-55. Looking ahead, all games will be played on Friday night at 9 p.m. No Limit travels to OW, San Pedro visits the Hurricanes, and Belmopan Tigers will be hosted by the Dangriga Warriors. On Saturday, the NEBL presents its All-Star Show, so stay tuned. In other basketball news, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, in collaboration with the Belize City Council, is presenting a 14 to 17-year-old basketball initiative set to kick off on the 18th April at Birds Isle. Interested players must show up on Saturday, 18th April at Birds Isle for the draft. Hey, IDs are mandatory. Turning to the football scene, the PLB season concluded regular season play over the weekend, so we took in yesterday's clash between the Police and Verdes FC inside the NCC grounds. Verdes dominates the action from the opening whistle, and it's Jared Davis looking to open the scoreboard with the left foot large. Goalkeeper Tevin Gamboa makes the initial stop, and then Erland Trapp streaks in to clean things up. At the other end, Shane Flores takes aim at goal, forcing the keeper Youssef Guerra to come up with a necessary save, people. In second half, Verdes continues to control the action. When Victor Morales centers into the box, Orlando Trapp again has to give his body for the team. Verdes finally gets the breakthrough off this set piece triggered by Delroy Andrews that is redirected by Orlando Jimenez for the 1-0 lead. Some 14 minutes later, this give and go between Jared Davis and Alcides Thomas finishes with Thomas finding the far corner for the 2-0 victory for the team from the West. The BDF offense certainly was missing in action in this outing. Meanwhile, folks, we could not confirm the 4 teams heading to the playoffs, which should begin this very week. Our unofficial record shows it should be the Police, Verdes, Bandits, and BDF moving on in that order. We tried to get the schedule, and that too remained unavailable. To the PLB, we say, what you put in is what you get out. In cricket news, Saturday's Harrison Park's All-Star game at Rancho saw Zone 1 school Zone 2 102 to 66 in only 16 of the 20 allotted overs. Hey, good show, Zone 1. Finally, folks, the 5th annual Weekend Warriors Cross Country Cycle Classic featured a 68-mile ride from Loma Luz, Santa Elena, Cayo to Cisco Construction on the George Price Highway, and we find 35 riders at the start. Raymond Hyde takes the station prize at Mount Hope over David Pollard, while Shelton Graham, Andrew Papa Brown, and Douglas Lamb finally come into view. At Garbutt's gas station in Roaring Creek, Kent Gabriel steps up for the premium. By the time the race reaches Gracie Rock at mile 21, it's Robert Mariano and Kent Gabriel in total command of the lead. The duo would take it to the tape at Cisco Construction around 3.5 miles outside Belize City. And it's Robert Mariano of Digicel 4G easily taking the A-class title in 3 hours 33 minutes. Kent Gabriel of Benny's finishes in the runner-up spot. Calman Williams of Belcal and father of the cross-country champion Justin Williams is third. Warren Coe of Santinos is fourth, while Douglas Lamb of Digicel rounds out the top 5. In the B class, Ray Catus took top honors in the 48-mile ride with a time at 2:18.7. Nerugul Harry of Santinos pulled up second, and Isaiah Willasey of FT Williams finished third, while Santino Castillo and Clarence Tescombe rounds out the top 5. Eustace Ireland of Lampas won the C class for the miler, and his teammate Elston Stone Jam Hyde rolled in second. Eustace Ireland picks up Stone Jam's trophy right here. Glenn Shepard of Big Black, he grabbed third place. Hey folks, that's our show for today. Before I go, I will say this: the truth is stranger than fiction. So we invite you next week, same time, same place. Ja over all. I'm James Satterley.
Sports Monday was brought to you by Berger Paints for lasting beauty and protection, and the Belize Bank. Our